When movies meet reality, why you should watch movies on a fairly regular basis, pay attention, and then wait for the future on this edition of Hippie versus Jock. All right, folks, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with this, but for the most part, I've been seeing this trend for a very long time. First things first, for those who are interested in financial markets, whenever you see a movie that is related to Wall Street, there seems to be a trend that at some point in time, not long after that movie is released, there will be a downturn, and a fairly violent downturn in the market. You have Wolf of Wall Street, which was released, I believe, in 2014. In 2014, around that same time, we had some sort of milestone as far as the markets. They went down like crazy. If you remember the movie Wall Street, I think Michael Douglas was in it. I believe it was around 1987 when that movie came out, and sure enough, if those of you who are old enough remember 1987, there was a serious downfall in the markets. Then we have the movie Salt. Not sure if you remember that. It starred Angelina Jolie, and for the most part, if you remember and paid attention to the headlines around that exact same time in the news, there were two Russian spies, which Angelina Jolie just happened to be a Russian spy, that popped up in the news simultaneously. Not exactly sure how this stuff seems to happen, but movies seem to emulate real life in more times than not. The movie Demolition Man. If you paid attention to that movie, you saw, man, I just remember it was one scene where Sylvester Stallone and I can't remember the young lady's name in the movie. Sylvester Stallone thought he was going to get some sex. Sure enough, they put on these virtual glasses and goggles. You know, it seemed kind of interesting at the time, but sure enough, you see that stuff right now where they're talking about virtual sex with glasses and stuff. A couple of recent movies that came out along the same lines. Can't remember the name of the movie. Shoot, what is the name of this movie? Because there were two of them. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. Whatever the name of the movie was. I'll figure it out, I'm sure, after I finish doing this video. But they had a robot that was, I don't know, I'll be frank with you. I walked past this poster and this woman had a freaking ass. And it was a robot, also an AI. So if you pay attention to the headlines and what's happening right now, you actually see stuff like this popping up in the news right now, where they actually have robots or AI that looks like a real human. And I saw that somewhere in Japan. So for the most part, all I'm saying is pay attention to the news headlines, pay attention to movies, and then at some point in time, not long after, especially with some of the movies, you'll start to see this stuff in real life. Let me know what you guys think after you look into it. There is a trend, it's been that way for some time now. How it manages to happen along with the movie release, I have no clue. But it's been happening for a while. Thanks for watching.